If you asked me 2 years ago that we'd be making a record and Cynic would be back together, I would literally be laughing in your face. Like, this is really odd in many ways for me, and it's kind of surreal. But then again, it's, it's art imitating reality. It's curious to me how life does this. You end up having this full circle experience, and I feel like I've returned to a state of innocence with Cynic, because this is our formative years. This is what Sean and I grew up doing. So it's really kind of a default thing. It's natural. It's part of who we are. It's what we did as kids. It's how we started as players. With that being said, we ended up here. First off, the reunion happened as a result of a bunch of synchronicities. Really, it was a lot of really interesting things happened. It started with an email from a fan from Russia who said, I had a dream that I saw you guys playing at a gigantic festival and all these people knew your songs. And I remember forwarding it to Sean and going, check this out. And then I got a phone call from somebody, and there was like all these things that linked. Sean and I had the same dream that we were both in Cynic opening up for somebody. And then I remember like one of the last things was Kelly Schaefer from Atheist calling me after their reunion tour and saying, you got to get out there. This is it. It's time, man. You don't understand. There's a demand. I'm like, really? Because, as far as I knew, we were still, and we went out there and I was just shocked. I mean, Hellfest was the first show in France, and 10,000 people singing Veil of Maya was just, I just almost dropped my guitar. I was just kind of like, and started crying. I was like, no way. Like, they like us, you know what I mean? Because my memories were being booed opening for Cannibal Corpse. I mean, we had a rough time back in the day. It was hard. So there was so much inspiration we got from that, people appreciating what we were doing, that it really gave me a lot of life force to kind of return in a way, and hope for the scene. Kids were showing up with Zappa and Matheny shirts to our shows. I was like, where were you in '93? But it's this like next gen, and also the gen that grew up with us that just kept expanding. And the scene's bigger now. There's just all these, like we said, subgenres that are more kind of tolerant and open. And I think it really gave us a sense of like, wow, what we do has purpose in some ways. And there is that validating. As much as I know I do music for myself and everything, writing and all that stuff, there's this reciprocal full circle thing that happens when you write and people appreciate it. It's a sense of validation. And we got a lot of that on the reunion tour, enough to get home and see where we were at in terms of a new record. And then when I saw that it was really flowing and there was a real new sound here, it was like, let's do this. It was just, it became really obvious, and how effortless it was.